On Friday, June 17, 2022, the Supreme Court of Nigeria sitting in Abuja affirmed the right of female Muslim students in government-owned primary and secondary school to wear hijab. 5 out of 7 members of the court's panel ruled in favor of hijab, while the 2 others dissented.
After a decade, the Supreme Court has been able to affirm once again that the right to wear hijab by the Muslim students both in primary and secondary and post-secondary can wear hijab freely without harassment and molestation.
The legal talks on hijab rights started in March 2013 when a suit was filed at the Lagos High Court in Ikeja by the Muslim Student Society of Nigeria and a team of lawyers led by late Chief Gani Adetola Kazim after several harassments of young female Muslim students from officials in different schools.
They discriminate us, but when we do exams and see what we can do, we prove our intelligence that we're not dull heads.
The right of a Muslim female student, whether in primary, secondary or tertiary institution, to wear the hijab as an act of ibadah, as an act of practice of Islam, is guaranteed constitutionally, and no government or any authority has the right to infringe or has the authority to infringe on that right.
In its quest to further seek implementation of the Supreme Court judgment, the Muslim Lawyers Association of Nigeria organized a stakeholder summit on Thursday, September 1st, 2022.
I understand the struggle very well. Repeat your eyes.
Speaking at the summit, the chairman of Muslim Lawyers Association of Nigeria, Barrister Ms. Badin Ajebola Kaka, says the essence of the event is to enlighten the populace about the principles guiding the use of hijab and not to incite students against the school rules and regulations.
The essence of this gathering after the judgment is to organize and bring all the stakeholders together, that is from different organizations, and as a result we need to enlighten them about the principles guiding this based on the judgment, so that there won't be any form of violence, so that if there is any school that is going against the decision of the Supreme Court, so that at least we'll be able to know how to tackle it and draw their attention to the judgment of the Supreme Court, because the judgment of the Supreme Court has now given them the right to wear this hijab, and that they must not be molested, harassed, or intimidated in any way. And equally, for them not to go against the school regulations, that they should wear the hijab within the limits provided for them by the school.
Hijab is of various types. The one that we exhibited in court, on which we have pronouncement of the court, is the one that is a bit above the navel, where they put on the hijab on their uniform, school uniform. It must be the same color as, in fact, we advocate that it must be the same school uniform. And where a particular school uses badges or badge as a means of identification, it is better to be on that hijab.
Mr. Olushina Shofola, a senior advocate of Nigeria, reiterated that stopping female students from wearing hijab is a breach of the Constitution, as is the fundamental human right of the student as enshrined in the Constitution, adding that violators risk imprisonment.
The stopping of a student from wearing a hijab is a breach of the constitutional right, fundamental human right of the student as provided for in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, which allows a person to a right to religion of his choice. The court recognized that the wearing of hijab is part of a religious obligation on a Muslim lady that decides that she wants to wear it. So as a result, any attempt to stop a Muslim lady or to humiliate a Muslim lady from wearing a hijab is contrary to the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
In his words, foremost Professor Isiaq Akitola emphasized on school authorities harassing hijab-wearing students, stating that it's an act of violating fundamental human rights, and urged Nigerians to respect and obey the rule of law by implementing its orders.
For those school authorities, school teachers, principals, vice principals, who are harassing Muslim girls who wear hijab. I want them to know that they are violating Allah-given and fundamental human rights of those innocent Muslim girls. They are intimidating them, harassing them, stereotyping, profiling, and stigmatizing them. It is not allowed in law. And very soon we are going to bring the arms of the law to bear on them. I urge Nigerians to obey the rule of law, to respect the rule of law, to respect the rights of every human person to express himself or herself in thought and in manifestation.
The reason why that case even went to court was that Muslim women or girls generally are meant to wear the hijab whenever they are leaving their house. And because they are not homeschooled, they go to public schools or private school or whatever, they are leaving their house to receive formal education. So they need to be covered when they do that. So it's not as if we are purposely saying that because they are coming to school, they must wear their hijab. No, they wear their hijab whenever they are out of the houses, and the school is inclusive. And so preventing them from wanting to wear it in school is like telling them not to come to school at all. So that is what the Supreme Court has clarified by its judgment, saying it is human rights and that Muslim children should not be excluded from education just because they have to wear their hijab whenever they are leaving their homes.
According to these legal practitioners, they will continue to work in a civil approach and use the media to properly educate and inform the appropriate quarters until the Supreme Court judgment is implemented in accordance with the Constitution.